but I'm blessed. Didn't know it'd take me past my destiny. You're behind me with the rest, 'cause I'm a mess. No more you.
And I go home. You said things could only get better. I needed more than ever. They don't. How can I believe you when everything is see-through? Everything is see-through. Everything is see-through. Everything is see-through. How can I believe it when everything is see-through? You see through. Gotta make space for the new you, like I'm old news in your rearview mirror. It must be nice, you went and got a penthouse, all your friends partying is real loud. Brand new money with a brand new chest, still a baby bird right straight off the nest like you.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings. What is going on? Mina, Andrew, Renee, CFK, Dr. Mystical, Victoria, Boo Boo, Christina, Astric, Juliet, Tarot and such, Angela, and I think I got everybody. Crystal. What is going on, everybody? I'm doing well, by the way. We have water and power. We have water and power today. I'm pretty happy, I got to say. I am pretty content, pretty happy with how everything is going. So there we go. Everything is looking up. It's looking up here in Texas. I'm just saying it was iffy for a while, but it is looking up much better than before, I got to say, definitely. All right. Who's got a question? What do we got? Andrew is another Texas resident. I hope you're doing okay. I am. Everything is looking up today. We have a lot of improvement over what we had yesterday and the day before that, etc. Dr. Mystical, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Get Dr. Mystical's question out the door here. Let's see. How will this interview process go for me? All right, the doc is in the house. For Dr. Mystical, you know what we need to probably be using? We probably need to be using the Tarot of the Dr. Mystical Moments. That's the new Dr. Mystical Tarot. I'm just saying, this is the de facto tarot that we have for Dr. Mystical. That is where it is at. This thing shuffles like a dream, too. If you do not have this tarot, it shuffles like an absolute dream. An absolute dream. Icy Wifey Tarot. Thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Get the Dr. Mystical Tarot for the Tarot of the Dr. Mystical. And let's find out what is happening with the interview process going for you. Page of Swords into the Queen of Swords. This is a developing situation. It doesn't feel like that it's just, it doesn't feel like that it's done yet. It's developing, it's moving, it's expanding. I think you have a lot of things happening over here, and the situation is getting bigger, it's getting better, and I think you're sort of moving into a space to where you sort of need to concentrate on it pretty hard at some point. Page into the Queen. It feels like that it's developing, it's expanding, it's growing, and that's going to be good. I mean, that is going to be good. So the developing situation overall, Two of Pentacles and the Emperor, you not as much in charge as you think. I mean, I think that you have some other people that want to contribute to the process, or the interview goes this way and that way. I do think that you have some input. The Emperor says you are the commander in chief. You do have a lot of things. You have your minions down here getting all that action in. But as far as the Two of Pentacles goes, it feels like the decisions aren't going to be made by just you. I think it's almost like a committee, or it feels like there's some other things happening. And as you sort of move forward and down that process, you definitely need to sort of, watch out for other people's opinions, because that's going to be kind of important as you sort of get in that. But as far as how it will go, I think it'll go nicely. It is a developing situation. It is something where it expands, it moves, and all of that stuff. Definitely not something that's going to be like firm, set in stone, and then you're going to have to sort of put up with it, or you have to sort of do this or do that. I think it's sort of a moving target in a lot of different ways. So yeah, sort of make sure that other people have their opinions and whatnot. And the Two of Pentacles and the Emperor action, I think you will be okay indeed. Indeed. Is there any deck would you like me to use? We're joined, by the way, with Christina. The lovely, beautiful, effervescent Christina has handed me her new favorite deck, by the way, which is the This Might Hurt Tarot. This Might Hurt Tarot. And let's go to the next question with that deck. It's going to be awesome to use that. Reading on me, him, Capricorn. Icy Wifey Tarot. We got the Virgo Capricorn situation going. Never know how that one's going to go. That one could be great. It could be challenging. You just don't know at the end of the day. So let's see how it goes. The Virgo Scorpio is looking pretty good, though, I got to say. All right, let's see about that. Me, Virgo, him, Capricorn. Wow, the Moon, the Queen of Cups, and sort of getting into the Capricorn is going to be a little bit different than what you expect. You're definitely in a situation that is going to be the Fool. I mean, you're going to be on an adventure. Definitely not going to be a boring moment with that, especially. But it feels like that you're going to have to sort of, ease up a little bit, maybe on expectations, or move back a little bit on sort of what you need from this relationship. Because the Fool says it's going to be a little more challenging than you might think, long term, right? Wow. Vivian, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. The Queen of Swords, though. It does say that you need to sort of hardline in some aspects what you need out of the relationship. I think if you're too flexible, if you're too mobile, if you feel like that, you're just going to be able to adjust to this and adjust to that, I think you're going to end up on a weird side. It's like you flex a little too much, or you adjusted a little too much. So you got to sort of stand your ground a little bit on some different aspects of that. The Moon says that you do have a nice connection, especially next to the Queen of Cups, a nice emotional connection to this particular person. And I think that is going to be just awesome for you. I think it's going to be fantastic as it sort of goes in. But I think it's a nice little relationship. I mean, again, be prepared for the adventure. Don't give in too much in two different aspects. And I think that's going to be important. That's going to be where it's at. There we go. All right. Thank you so much. All right. We got the Everyday Tarot, by the way. The Everyday Tarot. We got a 4K flip through on Christina's channel if you want to go check it out. Can you post your thing? Oh, it's going to be, okay, that's right. It's still processing. It's going to be there tomorrow. So if you want to check out Christina's channel, it will be there tomorrow. A nice 4K flip through. We got an unboxing up here as well. It's going to be pretty cool. All right, this is a small deck, but I like the artwork. It's pretty cool and interesting. It definitely has its own style. You know what I mean? It's got its own style, and I think that's sort of how it goes. All right, so we're going to use this, by the way, for Vivian's question about what they think of me. Tiffany, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let me know what your question is. So, Vivian, what do they think about you? You got Justice into the Seven of Cups, into the Seven of Swords, into the Six of Pentacles. Pretty interesting there. They think that you provide a lot of good things into their life. I mean, you provide a lot of good things into their life. You definitely bring the value for the money. You know what I mean? You bring that value. You bring all the good things. You bring that happiness. I think that you bring a lot into the relationship that they really enjoy. So I think that that's sort of where they think about you, is they think that you have a lot of good stuff. Icy Wifey Tarot, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Tarot and such like smaller cards. I like big cards, and I cannot lie. Christina, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. Someone me choose. It's time for me to choose. Okay, but Justice says it's a nice balance as far as what they think about you, where they want to go, their overall feelings for you, the overall feel, the theme, and whatnot. Seven of Cups says you're not the only one. I mean, they do have some exes kind of bothering them kind of thing. They may be busy with somebody else or think like that, but you do have this aspect that sneaks in here. I mean, overall, it looks a little challenging to sort of hop into, but definitely have a lot of good stuff. Again, you bring a lot to this relationship. It's almost like that you need to recognize just how much or just how many good things you're bringing into this relationship, because I think that is going to be a very valuable thing later on. Thank you. All right, we're being handed my tarot. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one because I made it. Tiffany, thank you for your donation. Again, let's see what Tiffany's question is. Tiffany is Gemini holding back? Or is he the one? Is he the one? Hopefully they are the one. Let's see about that. By the way, in case you wonder what this is, it is the Waterfall Tarot. If you need it, if you want it, I'm sorry, it's not available. It will be later, but not right now. Not right now. This is not the time that it is available because I ran out of stock. And life got in the way. I need to do some more projects. So we're doing the book now, and then we'll do this later. All right. Are they the one? Five of Swords is rough. Five of Swords is rough. It's rough to see that. It's rough to see that sneaking around, moving around. The Knight of Pentacles before that. Okay, it's almost like that they do have some factors. They do have some factors of maybe they are the one. They do feel like that sometimes. I think that you get excited. I think that you get really enthusiastic. Are they holding you back? A little. Yeah. In certain aspects. In other words, they don't have like just this big steamroller and they're just pushing you back with it. They do have things that they are holding back from you. It could be they're taking up some of your time that you need to do other stuff. It could be they have demands that are making you uncomfortable. It could be a lot of different things, but there are certain aspects that, yeah, they are holding you back. Overall, it feels like some time away from this particular person will do you good. It'll do you good. I don't think it's something where you just need to be completely separated from them, but some time away to sort of, relax, refill the energy bar, all that stuff. I think that's going to be very critical for you, especially with this 8 sort of wandering around there. But I mean, overall, yes, they are holding you back, but not in everything. In other words, they're not just steamrolling, shoving you into a different thing. All right. Thank you. All right. We got the other tarot here. By the way, this is one of my first tarot decks. Christina picked the best one. This is one of my first tarot decks. I have a lot of fond memories of this. You'll see this on the channel as literally one of the first decks I use other than the Anna K. All right. Yeah. Texas build. Yeah. Texas built. I was using snow water to bathe in, which is not pleasant, by the way. We're boiling it. So yeah. All right. Hope you have water and power over there. I do today. Maybe not later, but yeah, we're gonna say that I'm happy that we have what we have. So I'm definitely blessed at this point. You know what I mean? All right. Tarot in such a small hands. We got Mina, Marry the Social Future. Wow, my app is quite disappointing in some of that stuff. All right, we'll do Juliet. Juliet, what will happen in my love life in March? Let's check it out, Juliet. We hope you have a beautiful love life in March. I'm just saying. All right, Jody, what is up? Maggie, welcome. How are you doing? So good to see you. I appreciate you hanging out with us. 3 days in the dark. Jesus. I thought mine was rough. I thought the rolling blackouts was bad, but just straight up dark for 3 days? Wow. Cappy, welcome back. It is good to see you. All right. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be frigid cold. I don't know how you do anything in just complete darkness for 3 days. All right. What will happen in my love life in March? Okay. You have a bunch of different things happening. One is I think that you're going to meet actually a Taurus. I think that you're going to meet a Taurus. It feels like this person has a lot of good things going for them. They have a lot of aspects for them that are just great, and it feel like they have a lot of these things. Now, they do have some downsides. They do have a few downsides. You'll pick that up pretty quick. They're a little socially awkward. They do have some medications that they're on that make them a little different, basically, from one time to the next. They also have a weird sort of family situation going on. Is this something that you want to chase? Absolutely. I think that you do see a lot of potential in this person. Are there some sort of rough edges that you need to shine with them in order to get sort of, full steam? I think so. And you see that work being done here, the rough edges getting over. Overall, do you want to sort of ride with it and get it done? Deborah, thank you for your donation. Yes, I think so. I think it looks nice. I think it looks decent. A little bit of an emotional disconnect. Again, they are on some medications. It is a Taurus. I think it's going to be pretty good overall, but I would definitely go with it, chase it, and see how that happens. It's definitely going to be good. Thank you. All right. We got the next deck is going to be the awesome and lovely Elemental Wisdom Tarot. I really like that tarot. All right. Sunflower, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. Icy Wifey Tarot has a Sagittarius they're trying to deal with. And they want to know what to do about that, because you just never know with a Sagittarius. You just never know sometimes what you do need to do. What you do need to do. All right. Sel, welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. We got all the old timers coming back in. We got Sel, we got Cappy. Everybody's coming up in here tonight. It is action-packed in here. It's going to be awesome. All right. Let's see about that. Let's see about the Sagittarius, a little bit of the messages and stuff like that. Yeah, leave them alone. Leave them alone. This person needs a lot of distance. They need distance. They need to chill out. They need to cool down. You need to leave them alone. The Two of Cups are getting a little too friendly with them. Little too friendly. 8 of Coins. I think you're trying to force something to work out, or you're trying to force something to sort of move forward, or basically sort of trying to push the train forward. It's just not working. You got to get that hermit feel. You got to let this person be alone. You got to let this person recover from whatever it is and sort of move forward with that. Page of Swords, they will be contacting you. They will be contacting. They're looking at you right here. So they definitely have that contact in there, but you just need to ease up. You need to ease up. That's going to be big. It's going to be a big thing. Definitely take it easy. Icy, you need to take it easy with this particular person. That's going to be pretty important for you to do. All right. But let's check that out. There we go. We got the good stuff tonight. Thank you. We got the next deck is going to be everybody's favorite, the Raphaelite, the pre-Raphaelite Tarot. That's the good one. Queen, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for your donation. I so much appreciate you. All right, Christina is, let's see, we did Christina already. Cappy, does the Aquarius have any feelings for me? All right, Cappy, you're back to that Aquarius. Cappy does love that Aquarius. Cappy, you have been on this Aquarius for quite some time, I gotta say. Terry G, the lady that everybody knows. Terry G, what is going on? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here tonight. You are awesome. All right, let's see. Queen Emma, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let's see about this. Does the Aquarius have any feelings for me? I mean, one would hope. I mean, I do think they have some distant feelings. I do think they have some emotions. I do think that you sort of pull their heartstrings a little bit. Is this something that they just want to chase full steam? Is this something they just want to dedicate themselves to? Is this something that they want to make a lot of modifications and make a lot of changes to it? Not necessarily. They're willing to go the road. They're willing to go the route with you. That's going to be something there, but it's almost like more of a support, more of a little bit of a support network type of thing. It just doesn't feel 100%. Not 100%, but I mean, again, it's a nice relationship. It has a nice potential, have a lot of good things going for this. So I wouldn't give up on it. You just got to sort of take it easy, slide in there, right in there easily. Definitely don't try to, sort of move things forward too quickly, but they do have some hesitation, a little bit of a trepidation as they go in there in order to get what they need out of here. And again, what this person needs out of this is different than what you need out of it. I think that's kind of what you're running into It's just the needs may not match exactly how they need to be. All right, we got the Oz Tarot now. By the way, we have the lovely, beautiful, and effervescent Christina helping us out tonight. She is here giving us all the good tarot decks, the top-notch quality tarot decks like the Oz Tarot, which we are going to use for the Deborah reading. Deborah reading, how to heal his illness. Well, when we're doing the health stuff, we do got to say, entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. And I definitely want to assure you that if you are sick, you need to go to the doctor. The doctor will help you out. The doctor is where you need to be. Not a tarot reading, but that said, let's take a look. Let's take a look on advice how to heal his illness. I mean, that question does present a bunch of legal problems. I gotta say, it presents a bunch of legal problems. So instead, we're gonna convert this into basically a general reading about your son. I think that's where we're going. A general reading about your son. I can't exactly tell you how to heal something. Again, I don't have the qualifications, but I can tell you just a general reading about the sun. The Knight of Cups, he really has a lot of control over sort of his life, where he needs to be, what he's doing with it, approaching sort of the next level and things like that. The Magician says we do have a lot of control, a lot of command from this. And that could be from seeing the right person. That could be a lot of different things, but the Magician feels good in that role. It feels like that there's some command structure, there's some control, and that's kind of what you need, right? Death says that there are some changes required. There is some changes that need to be done. Death right next to the Magician is interesting. This combination says that he can do the changes a little bit, you know what I mean? There are some changes, there are some modifications that we can do because we're the Magician. We have that power, and we can do those changes as that goes. The Fool says it is a long journey. This is not something that's going to be resolved tonight, tomorrow night, a week, a month. It's a long journey. The Fool is a journey indeed. It says we don't know where we're going to end up. And that's kind of important here because you literally don't know what the end result is going to be, where you're going to end up, how you're going to be, et cetera, et cetera. And that kind of feels the same way with the Knight of Cups. He has so much going good for him now that, you know, you want to be kind of careful what changes you make. Basically, that's sort of the feel. Anyway, we converted that into a general reading. I hope that helped. Deborah, thank you again for your donation so much. I appreciate you. All right, we got a little Ciro Marchetti coming up. Christina's got the style tonight. Pulls the Ciro Marchetti. She knows what I like. Sunflower, would it be wise to contact T? You got a falling out. Sunflower, you have a falling out. Sunflower, are you just making everybody mad tonight? Like, what's going on over there? Sunflower, are you just making everybody mad? You had a falling out again? Already? All right, we're going to see, though. We're going to see if you can contact T. If not, there's always U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. If T doesn't work out for you, Sunflower, I'm telling you, you got a lot of letters to go. You're kind of at the end. You are kind of at the end of the alphabet. I mean, it would be better if it was A, you know, and that way if you fail it, you got a whole 25 more letters, but I still think you got some wiggle room there. Would it be wise to contact them? The Coin, the Tower, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Cups. You need to come bearing gifts, basically. Come bearing gifts. The Six of Cups is, yeah, you need to contact them. You need to contact them, but you need to come in gently. You know what I mean? Don't come in too strong. Don't come in full force. Come in a little gently. The Queen of Swords says they do expect some negativity out of the contact. So you want to be sure that you sort of lay it on the line that, you know, it's not going to be that negative. It's not going to be that harsh. I don't think it's going to be that bad. You sort of want to be reassuring. You know, approach it like a scared kitty cat. You know, approach it like a scared kitty cat. I don't think that's going to be too bad. But the Queen of Swords is a negative aspect. They do kind of feel the thorns in their behind, maybe. You know what I mean? The Tower says that you're definitely not going to be able to restore what you had. You're going to have to sort of restart in a lot of different ways, maybe sort of approach it a little bit differently and whatnot. But yeah, I think overall, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Snazzy Butterfly, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? So good to see you. Got 35 people watching us. Ooh, we got some Thoth action. Got some Thoth action for Queen Emma. Queen Emma, you need some Thoth. You need some Thoth action, especially with a question like that. Will he confess his feelings? Or do I have to ask? Do I have to ask? That could be awkward. I'm just approaching the subject now. That could be a little awkward. A little awkward. They got you messed up. Well, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. By the way, this is a Thoth clone. Everyone's favorite Thoth clone. You know what I mean? All right, Queen Emma. Will he fess his feelings? Will he fess up? Look at this. We got adjustment, the Ace of Swords. Prince of Wands in the Chariot. I think so. I think he will. Okay, all right. Queen, let's be honest with each other right now. Queen, are you listening? Queen, you there? Queen. We need to be honest with you and me. Be honest with each other. The Ace of Swords, he's not good at confessing his feelings. He's just not going to be good at it. I think that if you're looking for this romantic movie kind of thing, you know what I mean? Where your favorite romantic movie where they just spoil the whole thing. They just let it all out. I don't think that's them at all. I don't think it's them at all. I think they get some good communication. I do think that they're gonna get a little bit of the feelings out, but you know, it's gonna be kind of masked within how they usually do things. I think they want to keep their cool. The Chariot says they are gonna move forward with that. The Ace says they are gonna confess. They are gonna get that done. But the Prince says they need to get a little bit of, they need to get a little bit of the ego out of there. They need to get a little ego out of there. So you're going to have to, again, it's not a romantic movie. You're going to have to be flexible with this person, but I think they're going to let you know, in their own way. They're going to let you know. I mean, I think I'm going to give that a good thumbs up. There we go. That is going to be action packed. It's going to look good. You gotta sort of, put up with the way they do it, but that's the way it works. Margarita musings. Margarita. I mean, we've had some margaritas over here. I'm a big fan of margaritas. I can tell you that. I had 3 margaritas once, and I couldn't make it out of the restaurant. All right. That was a rough night. Well, actually, it was a great night, but it was a rough night the next morning. There's only so much tequila that I can take before, before I forget my name. All right, Margarita, I need to know if I should move now from my sister's place. It has been a very toxic environment. I feel that already. I do feel that already. A tower cam. Well, we do have a tower cam. Do you want to be on the tower cam? Yeah. Well, there we go. We'll do the tower cam when she grabs some decks. There you go. We'll do the tower cam when she grabs some decks. All right. She may not be ready to go full camera just yet, maybe. I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, we need to know if we move from the sister's place. It's a toxic environment. Is this a good time to move out? I mean, you do have the 3 of discs, High Priestess, beginnings, and defeat. It just doesn't look like now may be the best time. It doesn't look like now may be the best time. The Lord of Defeat says that there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot going on here that you need to be aware of. And I think you're pretty comfortable with what that is. Moving on is definitely in your future. We do have the Fool. We do have beginnings. It feels like moving on is definitely going to be advantageous for you. But now, yeah, you're going to have to deal with drama. The other thing that you have is you literally are going to have to deal with some drama no matter when you move out. There's not really a great time, but now seems to be a little bit of a delay with that. It's just the High Priestess. Use your intuition to sort of understand when to move out. It's going to be a better time, I think, in like a month or two. In a month or two, I think you're going to be handed a golden ticket to move out. I think it's going to be really obvious time to move out. It's not going to be subtle. It's going to be right in your face to move out. And then you're going to sort of get to work on that. In the meantime, you need to start planning in order to do that smoothly. Start planning, make sure it's a smooth transition. No matter when you move out, you're going to have drama. There's no freebie here. Definitely not any freebie here. So just be aware of that. You know what I mean? And don't be upset and go, oh my God, I picked the wrong time to move out. I mean, basically, we're just going to give this a thumbs down. A thumbs down. Let's move out a little later. And again, be very, very aware that there's going to be drama no matter when you move out. All right. Christina has handed us the awesome and amazing, one of my new favorites, the Golden Art Nouveau. Ooh, this is so nice. This is so nice. I love this deck so much. All right. Basically, we need to click the next question. That'd be great. Advice, please. If I move out of state, will I make enough money to be comfortable? And that's kind of important, right? That's obviously going to be pretty critical if we do move out. If you're in Texas, you may want to move. Yeah, you may want to find a place that has power and water. A place that has power and water would be fantastic because this past week, 2 weeks, has been pretty rough with that aspect. All right. If I move out of state, will I make enough money? The star is kind of interesting here, and the chariot is kind of interesting here. Basically, no. I mean, you're asking if you make enough money to be comfortable. It feels like that you're going to make enough money to barely survive in the first iteration or the first few weeks or things like that. Definitely has some problems getting that full steam going. Making money is going to be hard as you do that. Making money is going to be a slow process, a slow roll. You're going to be barely sort of surviving in a lot of different aspects, but the move is planned. The move is going. The star, you need to move. You need to move. Absolutely necessity for you to do that. Just be aware that it's just going to be a rough start. It's just going to be a rough start. You have to grow into it. You're going to have to sort of relax. You're going to have to get that going. But yeah, you're barely going to be making it kind of feel there. And we see that with sort of the justice, right? You're sort of you've been weighing this for a while. This is not something that you haven't asked somebody else, I think you've asked other people. You've made plans. You have a lot of other things going in there. And that's sort of how it goes as far as that goes there as well. So we have a complete loss of the battery for some reason. Where that has that. That is plugged in. I may have, hang on. Technical problems. I'm on my hands and knees. I'm on my hands and knees.
Is that from when you unplugged everything?
Yes, I do believe so. So we need to redo the power there. And turn it off and turn it back on. Okay, there we go. All right, we got it. Oh, we are back in business. So when I was doing all of the power stuff, I kicked it and I unplugged it. You know that I am a true klutz when I kick the cable unplugged. That's what happened. Anyway, all right, I think I've said everything about this. Basically, you're gonna have some difficulty. It's gonna be okay. Just be prepared. Just be prepared. Amanda says, did you not pay your bill for that camera? That, if you know me, you know that's not off the charts. That's not off the chart indeed. All right, we are on the free section. Please, speaking of not paid your bill, I mean, I'm just saying, I need to get that glow in the dark. That is there. That's one of those things. All right, Nima, what is your question? Let's see. Cell thought it was their battery. That's pretty funny. That is the battery needs a nap. Yeah, we have no power, no water. Now we have power and water, and now the battery. It's got to be something. It's always got to be something. It's never just smooth. It's never smooth. Speaking of smooth, give the camera some Red Bull. I agree with that. All right. Can I get a general energy reading? We are going to do that for you. A little general energy reading for Snazzy. Get it done. Throw it down by using the Ooh, look at this one. This is one of my favorites. This is the Witchling Academy, isn't it? Yeah, this is the Witchling Academy. I love this one. So we got to go kick people. Yeah, well, no, I kicked the cable out of the corner. So, I tripped over the cable. When I call tech support, the first thing they ask me is the computer plugged in, and I do say, "Let me check," because that is something I need to double check apparently. So, yeah, there's that. All right, do a little Witchling Academy Tarot and get a general energy reading for Snazzy. Snazzy, you're back where you need to be. I think that you're not really where you wanted to be, but you're back where you need to be. And I think that's sort of a good starting point. Okay, so you did get knocked back a little bit. You did get pushed back a little bit. Not exactly the best look sometimes. Kind of challenging. The Seven of Swords says we have returned. We have escaped. We're back where we need to be. Now, just because you're back there doesn't mean that you're stuck. Eight of Wands says definitely move forward. Get some action in. Get some movement in. That's going to be a big thing for you. It's going to be definitely one of the bigger things for you is to get moving now. Because, you have restrictions coming up. And you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to get caught in that. There's a little spider web that you're going to get caught in if you don't get moving now. And that, as far as energy goes, as far as movement goes, that's going to be important to get there and avoid this particular situation. Because the Ace of Pentacles says that a lot of the feelings that you're doing, a lot of the things that you're doing, a lot of the sort of experiences that you're going through are going to be good for you in the long run. Sort of like an investment at some point. You feel like that investment is going to be there and all of that stuff. Haley Miss doesn't understand the Seven of Swords. Well, Haley, you need to pick up my book. It explains the Seven of Swords in exhaustive detail. There you go. A little bit of the Witchling Academy Tarot. Always good stuff going on there. Thank you. All right. Then we got the next question is going to be, let's see what we got going on there. Well, I always have to rely on others or with disabilities get better. By the way, in case you're wondering what we're doing, there is no list. Donations take priority, then I pick at random. So we're picking at random. We are picking at random right there. Staying with a friend, can I say, I like that. I like that question. Staying with a friend, should I find my own place soon? Okay. Or will I find my own place soon? That is such a great question. A lot of times you're in just a temporary situation. You just got to find something a little bit better, and all of that stuff. All right. Should I find a place? Will I find a place? What's going on with that? Possibilities, the Knight of Wands and the Fool. I think that you have some options that will become available to where you can get your own place. I think that you're kind of stuck with this dream situation to where you have all of these beautiful options and you have this mansion, not literally, but you have this place that you can come in, place that you can get excited about. I don't think that's really possible. The Fool says that you do have a little bit of challenges getting out of there and getting into something. Could be financial, could be other things. Knight of Wands says you don't have a lot of possibilities, or you don't have a lot of possibilities that you can sort of rely on in this particular manner, right? So you do have to sort of be focused and be determined about where you want to be, and also be flexible. Possibility says you need to be more flexible than normal in order to find your own place. If you're flexible enough, I think you can get something. But meditation, the Knight of Pentacles says you want something where you're not going to be worse off than you are now. You know what I mean? So find a place that's not going to be worse off. You definitely want to save a little bit. It could be a monetary thing coming in. Fool says definitely be flexible as far as where you're willing to go. And I think that's going to be all right. I think that's going to work out for you. Basically give that a thumbs up. A little thumbs up action, and we got it going on. Thank you. All right, look at this. We got some good stuff going on here. We got this Tattoo Tarot. The Tattoo Tarot. This is a brand new one given to us by the lovely Christina. Gave us this wonderful gift for Valentine's Day. It's awesome. It is awesome. I just read in Patreon. Thank you for the content. Oh, thank you, Ming. I appreciate you. Yeah, we have water and power now. So I'm feeling good. All right, Nima is depressed over some love. Nima, did you fall in love? Did you go over there and say,
I love you?
and just get hopelessly in love. It happens to all of us. It does. You gotta be, you gotta be able to roll with that. All right, now you're depressed though. Can you overcome depression? Absolutely. Let's see how. Let's get you a nice pathway where you can get all of that stuff. You get a lot of presents. CFK, I gotta admit, Christina spoils me. Christina is amazing and wonderful. She spoils me quite a bit, and because she's wonderful. I mean, I'm just saying now. Get some water. Will I pay for a trading when my new ATM? Okay. Well, let's see about this depression thing. The relationship is not quite over, is it? I mean, is it over yet? Is it something that is going to be coming back soon? It feels like that they're going to return. If you're depressed because you left, if you're depressed because you're in the relationship, that's a whole nother problem. But if you are depressed because that basically you left, then yeah, maybe sort of iffy there. The 2 says that you had a choice all along to leave or not to leave. You do have a little bit of decision making that you had to do during the relationship. Would that lead to the depression? How can you overcome it? What can you sort of do with that? You're not fully rid of this person. It feels you're not really rid of them. They will be back. You have the Chariot, you have the Ace of Pentacles. We have sort of this restart of the relationship, sort of reboot of the relationship. So they are coming back eventually. There are a lot of poor choices made in the relationship. Don't do them again would be great. Don't do them again. I think that'll fix a lot of problems to begin with. But poor choices were made. You want to really rethink how you do the next relationship. And again, they're going to come back. So you're not done with them. So I wouldn't be too depressed. They're definitely sort of headed back. I'd give them some time, but they definitely headed back as it goes. So, I mean, there you go. There you go. Exercise is great for depression. Indeed. Thank you so much. Christina's handing me the decks and she's shuffling them. It is awesome over here. I'm being treated to like the red carpet luxury tarot session right now. All right, because of his past actions. That does happen. You got to admit, that does happen. Maria, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Maria wants to know if they will have power by tomorrow. Maria, I understand. Maria, I understand. I had to bathe in snow water yesterday, Maria. So I hear you. I hear you. So there is that. All right. Let's see. Lovely Lady Frida artwork and Crowley. Choose wisely indeed. Will I have power by tomorrow? Oh, man. Let's see. 2, the High Priestess and the 7 of Cups. Okay, this is what this tells me. They're working really hard to get it done. They're working really hard to get the power. They're working really hard to sort of fix the problem. And I think that you recognize that. You know that they are sort of diligently working on it. I think they're posting on the Facebooks and the social medias that, hey, we're trying to fix it. They've got a lot of people to get power to. The problem is that they're just out of power. They're out of juice. They're out of power during this critical time. 7 of Cups, they have a lot of people they're trying to get power to. And the biggest problem is getting enough power to everybody. So they may have cycling it on or off, or they could be cutting people off completely and things like that. They have management that's coming in that's going to help the situation and help it get done quicker. High Priestess says not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. I think it will be Friday night or Friday afternoon, Friday night before you get power. That's basically it. So it's sort of a thumbs up, thumbs down combo. A thumbs up, thumbs down combo. It's a first for the channel. It says that you will have power, but it's going to be an extra day. It's going to be an extra day. I'm so sorry. And I feel you. I feel you completely. Christina feels you completely too. Yeah. Not having power sucks. Did you freeze your ass off? I guess that's one way to lose weight. It was pretty cold. Okay, well, Crystal, we have a fireplace, which really saved the day. And it's gas. So we had gas. I have lots of gas, but I mean, with this fireplace, it did have gas. So we did have enough gas to sort of keep warm. So that was a big deal. That was a big deal. All right, guiding unguarded. So we do have gas. We still have gas. I have more gas than everybody else, most likely. Christina can attest to this. So I'm just saying, there is gas involved. Stress works for me. Sheila, indeed. Austin, welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. All right. How can I bring more profit to my business? The Fool, the World, the Two of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. You're hitting a cliff to where you do need to sort of dive uphill a lot to get to the other side. You have an uphill climb ahead of you, guiding. You have an uphill climb ahead of you. Definitely not a freebie. It is something where you do have to concentrate, focus on this. You do need to be flexible. The Fool says you need to go in directions unknown yet. You do need to expand. You do need to do different things, do some fun things, and do something that's going to be a little bit out of your comfort zone in order to do that. Yeah. What is this deck? I'm glad you asked. It is the Spacious Tarot, by the way. Spacious Tarot. It was a Kickstarter, and I like it. So yeah, you need to venture into journeys unknown, expand yourself, and do things like that. The Fool says, get on that journey and do it. The World says you're not doing too bad. I mean, you're not doing just tarot. You're not doing too bad. The World says you have a lot of the things that work, but it is about getting to more people and getting the word out and being a little bit adventurous in how you do things. Because the Two of Wands says you need more choices, you need more variety, you need more stuff moving around, and the more things that are moving, the better off it is going to be. Five of Pentacles, because it's a tarot business, because there are, donation based or customer based, you are going to have periods where you're just having a rough time. So if you want to eliminate those rough times, that's not really going to be theoretically possible. You are going to have to be flexible and, save here, save there, and things like that. So, yeah, Five Pentacles, be ready to have some rough weeks, have some rough months, have some rough days. It happens to the best of us, you know what I mean? And all of that stuff. But getting the word out is going to be key. Christina has handed us the awesome and amazing, one of my favorites, is the Alchemical Tarot Nude. All right. Let's see, by the way, who is next? Christina, another job prospect, had an interview yesterday. What did the angels say regarding this position? Christina, let's get it done. By the way, it's the Alchemical Tarot Renewed, but it has so many titties in it that I call it the Alchemical Tarot Nude. Because, I mean, they are drawn boobies. It's not real boobies. They are drawn. So, I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be all right. All right. Let's see how many we get. Let's see if we can get all four to be some boobies. I'm going for it. Some days. Jocelyn, welcome to the channel. How are you doing? Good to see you. Look at that. Everybody's clothed. We did good. All right. Had an interview yesterday. What do the angels say regarding this? Lady of Swords, get the 3, High Priestess, and you got the 5. There's a lot of people applying for this position. Anytime that you have a job prospect, an interview, anytime that you're sneaking into that territory, the 5 of Wands says that, the 6 of Wands says that you're going to be on top, even though you do have a lot of conflict or a lot of other people in the sidelines. Because it says that, it's normally like you're riding on a horse and whatnot, and you have people cheering for you. So I think that you have a good possibility, a lot of possibility to get into this particular position. I think that you're great for it. I think that you're guided into it. I think there's going to be a lot of things going on. There's some people in there that are really going to help you long term. When you have a 3, people in there that are going to help you long term, contacts, networking, a lot of good things, a lot of good feels in that position. And that is going to be something that you need to sort of, recognize that there's a lot of potential with that. So that's going to be pretty cool. That is going to be pretty cool. Lady of Swords says that this is a communication job. This is all about making friends, getting in there and making an impact early, because people's knowledge of you, people's recognition of you, people's view of you matters a lot in here. This is a lot. It's not one of the jobs where you can go in the corner, do all your coding, and then get recognition. It's one of those where you're out and about. You're making the impressions. You know what I mean? So making the impressions, making the networking connections, that is what is coming around here, and that is going to be awesome in that. Jocelyn, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. Christina has handed me one of my favorite new decks. She knows what I like. She knows what I like. Look at the gold edging on the rose edging. I know that it exists with other decks. Rose edging is not like a new thing, but it is so freaking pretty. It is so pretty. I absolutely adore it. One of my favorite decks ever. All right, let's see. Where is my little booklet? I had a little booklet for it, and I'm not sure where it went. There it is. The Super Linares Tarot. This was a Kickstarter, and it was fantastic. I'm so glad I got in on this Kickstarter. It was just amazing. It was amazing. All right. What should I do about the problem at work? Jocelyn, you need to straighten them out. Is what you need to do. I'm telling you, if you have problems at work, you need to get them and just, kick them in the knee and just say, all of y'all need to straighten up, because I'm not putting up with this anymore. And that's what you need to do. All right. Entertainment purposes only, by the way. Jocelyn, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about these people? What are we going to do? When somebody says problem at work, it usually means people. Usually means there's somebody at work that's being not so nice, being a little naughty. And we don't like that. Jocelyn don't like that neither. The problem revolves around somebody getting something that somebody else wanted. It looks like that. We have the 6. We have the 6. It looks like that somebody's giving and another person is not receiving. Somebody is receiving, another person is not. Got a little bit of problems with that. The management in this case appears to have made some terrible decisions. They're looking over here at their favorites, it feels like. It feels like that there's some decisions that were made that aren't very good, that seem to be difficult. It seems that we were playing favorites, maybe, a little play of favorites, maybe, but the management has made some difficult decisions, and they weren't very good at all. Somebody is going to be severely disappointed from this, no matter what you do. A lot of this looks like it's out of your control. Basically, so the cards are saying we have choices within the 9 of Cups. This is where the cups are lined up in the background, and you got a fat dude at the front. The fat dude's like, oh, jolly me. But it feels like that there are a lot of choices that can come out of this, a lot of choices to make. You know what I mean? The best thing that you can do is to try to get the choices to work your way, if at all possible. That's going to be a big benefit. But everyone seems to be a loser in this situation at the end of the day. There's not a lot you can do. Everyone does seem to be a loser. You have people that are going to be upset no matter what. It's just going to be one of those situations, one of them situations. Jody, where can I get your books? Jody, I'm so glad that you asked, Jody, because if you go down to the description of this video, I have a link to my Etsy shop, and it has all of my books right now. where you can go and get some book action right now. Get it done right now. If that is your thing. Maria, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We'll go for the ending soon screen. We eventually got to wrap up the fun. We are going to wrap it up soon. But for now, though, we'll get Maria. Why hasn't my son been over to his girlfriend's? Uh-oh. Why hasn't your son been over to his girlfriend's? Did his girlfriend lock him out? Maybe his girlfriend's mean to him. I don't know. Let's find out. Hopefully he can go back over there and everything can be awesome. Let's see. The Six of Swords, the Moon, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. She's not... they're having some difficulties. They're having some problems. She's not communicating very well right now. I think that she is upset, but she's not letting them know the facts. A lot of times when you get mad, you get upset, you're not happy, you do things that are going to be different because you don't want to get some conflict in. So you do things that are going to be kind of iffy, you know? You'll be like, so in other words, if this problem is it over here, you'll talk about this over here and you'll get upset about this. When in reality, this is the problem over here. Why don't you talk about that? Because you don't want the real conflict. You don't want it to come out. You want to hold it back a little bit. I think that's what she's doing. So he hasn't been over there because of that. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I think there are a lot of things going on. There are a lot of things happening with that going on there. Austin, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The King of Pentacles says he's kind of in charge, though. If he would just listen, I think that she would let him know what the dealio is. And the Moon says they need to be more in sync, definitely as well. Now, be aware that he's interested in somebody else, too. There is that. I'm not saying that's 100% of it, but just be aware that, there's some other things happening back in the background you may not be able to see. But yeah, he needs to get over there, do a little bit of apologizing, maybe do a little bit of fessing up, and get her to recount all of the problems of what's going on with that. Anyway, entertainment purposes only. Megan and I, a future of YouTube. Thank you so much, Austin, I appreciate that. Let's get some Megan action going on there. See if we can get a collab or two in there. Because that makes the world go round. It makes the world go round. A little bit more collabs, you know what I mean? All right. I think this is the last one. And then I'm going to go take a bath in ice water. I hope that so many jokes about shrinkage and whatnot when you do the baths in ice water. Let's not go there. Let's skip that. Instead, let's take some drinks of some ice cold water. But yeah, is there a collab in store? Three of Swords. Austin, what the hell's going on there? Why do you have the Three of Swords here, especially next to the Tower? Is this somebody that doesn't want to collab? Is this somebody you just haven't had time to collab with? You do need a little bit of shakeup, in order to get this done. Maybe they don't have a lot of time. Maybe they have some other things happening. Maybe they have some. You need to adjust to their situation. They do have a bunch of things happening and whatnot, but yeah, you do need to adjust. Do need to do a little bit of the adjustment. The Tower says that not going to be a freebie. Definitely, maybe you need to find out what Megan wants to collab on or when. You may be flexible in the time. You may have to do a lot of different things, but the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Wands says it is coming. I mean, it is coming. So yes, there is a collab coming. The Two of Wands is so good. It means dominion. It means the power to do that. Almost like that you need to be on her channel. She needs to be on your channel. You definitely need to be sort of figuring out where you want to be and get the details down. I think once more, it's more of a concrete thing to where now we have a lot of details, handled and things like that. That's going to be a much better situation with it. The Queen of Pentacles says that maybe hosting or maybe having her hosted on her channel may be the best option for that. But I think there is a collab. Definitely need to be some adjustments. Some things need to be fixed. Some things need to be done before that happens. But yeah, I think you got some good stuff, especially Domain. Got some good stuff. It probably needs to be on her territory. But yeah, think it looking good, looking good. Austin, thank you again for your donation. Thanks to all of you for being here. Special thanks to the beautiful, wonderful, effervescent Christina for not only handing me the cards, but shuffling them. I am being treated right now to the ultimate tarot reading experience. It's like I don't even have to do any work over here. She's doing all the work. So big shout out to Christina. Say thank you, Christina, so much. I appreciate all of y'all being here. We will see you tomorrow. Now that I have steady power, we will see you tomorrow.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks. And I feel misplaced without you. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to, never wanted to end it like we did. I guess shit happens for a reason, but it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to, honestly I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up without you by my side. I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to your bedroom?